Hello. We're live, I think. I hope. Maybe not. I think so. Look, Nutty's there. Oh, hello, there's a magic. So, welcome back to another Wednesday Curse of Strahd. We are short one player at the moment. He will be arriving when he arrives. He's running late. So if he dies before he gets here, what a shame. Which is entirely possible with this group of people right now, with what's going on. So, probably a good time to kill him when he's not here. Because he can't really fight back.
I like that idea. I really do.
Hey, penalties for being late. If you're going to be late, you could end up dead. But
what the fuck is that?
Holy wallop, yeah. Whatever he said.
Wallop a dollop a bing bong. I thought it's like hello.
Right.
Okay.
It's because there's a lot of Australians. So I was like, wallop a dollop a bing bong, mate.
I
Wow.
think someone forgot that there's a space bar somewhere in between all those words.
Wow.
You bloody Aussies never use space bars.
Not when they're talking, anyway.
Yeah, wait, if you never on bears.
Sounds like the start of a song from Greece. True. Well, yeah, the Aussies do like their bars. I mean, space bars, drinking bars, sports bars.
Yeah, but by space bar, I mean leaving a gap, not a pub in the middle of the fucking Mars and Pluto.
But it is what it is. So yes, so we are episode something, 64, I believe. We are this evening, 64, 65, around thereabouts. Our crew are still in the Amber Temple. We've been in the Amber Temple for quite some time. They have been getting through the temple very, very slowly and surely. Recent events have had Mr. Adok making some dubious decisions and things happening, and the resident paladin has now made a decision which has given her a wee companion last episode. So, but as we all know, things may be a little more dire than even the party may think. As if I remember rightly, the last episode, a familiar laughter was heard echoing throughout the Amber Temple, so it's entirely possible that they are not alone. I hear it's hot as Mordor over there. Yes, it is very warm over here right now. Way humid. I mean, it's not like hot, it's just really, really muggy, really, really humid. Although, if you look at the Discord, Drax will tell you otherwise.
Absolutely.
Like, this was Drax's last message in the Discord. Shutting my curtains and giving up on today was 20 degrees at 6:30, which is too damn hot. 26 when I got home, which I know is nothing to the Aussies, but I'm bitching. Went to the supermarket, loaded all my stuff. Loaded. I'm assuming it's loaded all my stuff into a box. Put it in the boot. Turned around for the big things, and the box toppled out onto the ground and ripped my eggs and milk. Went to get my fish and chips. Got back to the car and dropped them on the ground over it. He's had a rough day, poor Mr. Drax. The spare a thought for Drax and his dead milk and eggs and fish and chips. So Drax, if you're there, dude, rip your food today, buddy. Hopefully things get a little bit better for you. So
it can only get better from there, right? Look at it on the bright side.
It must
hit
do.
rock bottom.
It must do. I mean, that's pretty rough. So we're just going to jump right into it. Well, you could lose another D&D character, Magic. Anything's possible. He's lost a few already. That was a bit rough, Magic, a bit rough. I mean, not too soon. It was perfectly timed, but a little rough. So we're going to jump right into it. Adok will turn up when Adok turns up, and we will add him into the thing when we get there. So, without any further ado, I will start the recap for tonight's session. Last we left off, Karnos and Adok had engaged in a martial battle, in which Karnos was eventually victorious. However, Adok held his own, which Karnos definitely noticed. Zadriel had touched an amber tomb and agreed to accept a gift of her own. which left her with blackened blood dripping from her eyes. Karnos was less than impressed with these particular events, but Zadriel seemed more than justified in her decision, according to her own explanations. Eventually you made your way through into the central chamber of the temple, a large open area with large marble columns, the amber ceiling illuminating the entire area with the strange amber glow that's been prevalent throughout the temple. A large statue stood to the north. You found yourselves entering what seemed to be an old vault that may have definitely had been looted long ago. All that remained was those battered and damaged figures, bones and armor strewn across the room. Suddenly a piece of debris was flung from seemingly nowhere, almost striking Karnos. And then shortly thereafter several ghostly figures started to appear, one after the other. A battle then ensued, in which most of you managed okay, you fared reasonably well. Adok, however, charging his flute, actually didn't do it then, I got ahead of myself. Actually no, he did. He charged his flute at that point and ran screaming from the room as the fire that erupted from it seemed to terrify him somewhat, which is unusual because most of his spells have been of a fiery nature. You managed to defeat these creatures relatively well and relatively easily. You then find another locked door, but were unable to breach it using the manner that you had used previously, using the name of Xantha as the password, but it did not seem to work. An attempt to lockpick was unsuccessful. There does not appear to be any locks. It was suggested to maybe bash the door down, but then more further discussion, you decided to move further into the temple instead and maybe come back to it later. As you move into another large hallway with several doorways leading off, Karnos suddenly collapses on the floor, laughing uncontrollably, rolling around, finding something extremely funny. As this happens, 3 female figures appear at the other end of the corridor, and once again a battle starts. Adok prepares his flute once again, and once again the fire ignites, sending him screaming from the room. He runs in terror. Zadriel steps forward and outstretches a hand and finger, utters a word of death and infernal, which only Scathus is able to understand. But with it, one of the women collapses. Shortly thereafter rises again, seemingly under the control of Zadriel herself. You manage to defeat these women, with Karnos dealing the final blow with the Sun Sword, removing the final witch in several pieces, I might add. And this is roughly where we rejoin you now as you come to the end of that particular battle. You are collecting yourselves, and Zadriel, your companion, is still there, still standing. I don't know why that's showing that out there. I'm just going to reset the fog of war on that. That should stop that. Reset fog of war. Well, maybe it's not going to. Anywho, Adok seemingly is not in the room at this point. He is out side of the area you're in. I'll put him up there where you can be seen. Gotta double check something. I know why that's done that. I must have accidentally removed the wall. We're going to turn it over to you guys anyway. Here we go.
Carlos, are you okay? You are laughing. I don't know what was funny, but
I do believe they hit me with some sort of spell. But I enjoyed every moment of it.
oh, clearly. Skaters, you okay? People.
I'm fine.
That was interesting.
Which part?
Who's your new friend?
I, it just happened. It just felt right to do. And now I can use what Strahd does against Strahd. So it works out.
Oh, that dead-looking thing, Fibble. You're saying that's hers?
Well, she cast something on it. It died. It came back.
And
They never
essentially
come back
what
the
you
same.
see, Karnos, I mean, you would definitely see this. It's a witch, the same witch that you guys were facing. They all look very similar. She's looking a little worse for wear. You can see there's no physical damage, but her eyes are sunken in. She's definitely dead.
That word she used was infernal. What was it again?
It was just death.
She did say the word death in infernal, by the way.
Did I?
And
Yes, she did.
Zadriel, you'd also notice that the thick tar-like blood is streaming from your eyes again after pretty much the moment you uttered the word, it just started to seep from your eyes.
Mr. Stibble, I think her makeup is running.
In fact, can I get everyone to roll a perception check, please? Nice one. So what is, except for Zadriel, sorry, everyone except for Zadriel, perception.
14.
14. You would definitely notice this.
Yeah, I got 13.
You would notice it.
I'm still looking at the zombie.
What did you get, Trey?
8.
Yeah, you probably don't notice it as much as you probably are sort of looking looking the zombie up and down. But Karnos and Fibblestib, you both, as she is speaking to you and is, like you can note now, obviously everyone notices the tears, but her eyes have also changed colour. They're no longer that sort of goldy red-ish colour that they have been. They seem to be a lot darker. Almost a dark crimson brown at this point.
Oh, look, your dad's eyes are coming through.
Well, yeah. Maybe that's after effect of touching the altar, or it could be my father's gene pool. We don't know.
You said, Scaphus, that Zadriel, when he looks at Zadriel said death in what's a horrible language?
Infernal.
Zadriel, you said you had the power of life and death, that's right? That's what the stone said to you?
Yes, that's what it said.
So, Fibble, do you think if she says the word life in the same language, she can bring someone back to life then?
I don't know.
I don't think it would work that way.
Hey, Z, say life in infernal.
I didn't like that. Would I know, dear? Would I know how to say life in a front? I don't think I would know
You
that.
can attempt to say life. I mean, you, as far as you're aware, when you pointed at the creature, at the witch, you just said death. In your mind, you heard death in common. So as far as you're aware, you just said the word death.
And I point at the witch and be like, life. Did it work?
All you hear is her say life in common. Although it was kind of creepy sounding in Zadriel's voice, she obviously tried to make it sound cool. And yeah, nothing happens.
Maybe it's bringing the witch back to life from the dead. Maybe it's the zombie part.
Oh,
think?
that's perfect. Fibble, have you still got Emilia's bits?
No, she's got it around her neck.
Oh, right, yeah. So, Zadriel, this power you've got of life and death to bring Zadriel back, this is what you were saying, right? Here it is. You can bring Emilia back just like this thing.
But Zadriel's
don't think-
alive.
He wants me to bring back Emilia like a zombie. Maybe we can find something else that can bring her back to.
What's wrong with
Emilia.
bringing Emilia back as a zombie? I probably prefer that over a real life.
Wait, what? Why?
Just saying. It's an idea.
She was already undead anyway, so what's the difference?
Less emotion.
She didn't have that much motion in the first place.
I get it.
Right, well, was this dead thing gonna. Well, this witch alive. You know, she made me. Was that the one that made me laugh?
No, that was the other one, I think.
That's a good spell.
Must have been a really funny joke.
Well, just in my head, everything was real funny. Watching you guys and watching these witches, I couldn't stop. It was something I couldn't. You know, I was just struck down with crazy. Like, oh, Fibble, remember that time I was struck down with laughter, then completed the fight without touching a yellow stone? Yeah.
I don't remember that time.
That was this time.
Yeah, I was going to say
Wait.
that. Wasn't that then? Now?
He is being a dick.
No, I'm just telling you.
Who's being a dick?
Karnos, roll a wisdom save for me.
Yes, sir. Wisdom.
Looking-
13.
So you're looking for a DC of 19. A 13 would be a failure.
Yep, didn't get 19.
You feel a pressure just on the back of your mind. If you're still gripping the sun sword, whether it's out or even gripping it in its sheath, your sun sword gives you an almost immediate sense of dread
Okay.
as this pressure pushes into the back of your mind. And you hear Strahd's voice. Just on the back of your memory, just on the back of your mind, almost a whisper. Not very heroic, would think. Wouldn't you agree? Maybe it's time to find yourself with someone more heroic.
I sort of just slowly looked to one side, then the other, to see if the others heard anything. Even though I know it's in my mind, I'm just making sure.
No one seems to have reacted.
Do I get the feeling like I could answer telepathically?
You could, yeah. I mean, the pressure would give you the impression that he's trying to have a conversation with you in some respect.
In my mind, I would just sort of think back. Don't sense too many heroes amongst us anymore, but there's still a couple.
Depending on your definition of heroic, one would think. I once offered a noble hero an offer of single combat. It was politely declined. Same could not be said for the rest of your friends. Less than polite, I'd say.
Because of my dark gift, Carlos is going to instantly think, yes, less than polite. They're actually being quite mongrelly at the moment, all except for Stib mostly. And Scafus on the odd occasion, but he's a mongrel anyway.
Strahd just, you hear him laugh. Ha, feeble step. Rudest of them all. He
He's
shall
very,
not survive.
he's
I
very polite to
guarantee
me.
that.
Carlos sort of shakes his head, trying to lose that feeling now.
And the pressure remains for a few seconds more, and then slowly dissipates. And the sense of dread you get from the sword, probably as you tighten your grip on it, as you're standing there, starts to wane as well.
Okay. I'll say nothing.
Carry on with your conversation. You would all notice that Carnal sort of stopped for a brief moment. Maybe 8 or 10 seconds he sort of just stopped and just wasn't really focused on anything just for a moment.
What do we want to do, Skathis? What do you think? Do we stop and rest, or do we keep going? Feeble? Kana?
What is it we're looking for in the temple?
Well, I think we are looking for the what's his name, the Dusk Elf, that Casimir, who left us, and also a way out.
We're looking for a BFG.
What's a BFG?
A big fat guy named Casimir.
Fibble. What's a BFG?
Big fucking guy.
Okay. Just making sure.
So basically, we're looking for something that's going to kill Strahd. Like we're looking for that one shot, that ending of all things. So then, I don't know, the thing that's going to kill him. Preferably, we're looking for that stupid bloke that knows all about vampires. This book of his just doesn't make sense.
I thought Casimir wanted us to come here to save his sister, didn't he? And we got stuck in here? No? Maybe we can find what he was looking for.
It'd be nice if he actually told us the truth. I don't think he was here for anything more than just to make us...
Hey guys, you know what? There's probably more tombs in the rooms here we could touch. From Adok in the next, round the corner in the next room.
Yes, Adok.
You can wait.
Oh, come on. I'm already more powerful than all of you already.
Carnos.
I go over and tie him up as Fibble's speaking.
We're gonna
Just
roll.
right.
Does anyone help? Because Adok's definitely going to resist. So does anyone? So you
Yeah,
help.
I'll
So we're not
definitely
going to
go
roll.
help.
We're not going to roll for it. If 2 or 3 of you make the effort to catch him, hold him down, and tie him up, we're not going to roll for it. You eventually get him. He does offer some resistance, and it's like, oh come on, guys, and he puts up a bit of a struggle, and eventually you tie him up and wear him as a backpack again.
Sorry, Fibble, what were you saying as I'm putting on my backpack?
Look, I was thinking you just wrap the rope around his neck, tie his arms up behind his back, and he can walk. since he's so powerful, he
Oh,
can
I
walk.
like that. I like that. It's much better. And I take the backpack off and do exactly that.
So you
So-
basically got him on a leash.
Yeah,
What you're
leading him,
saying.
but his hands are tied, so he can't cast or touch. but I'll do it in such a way that if I have to, I can quick tug and unwrap. You know how not that he
Yeah,
won't be able
okay.
to pull, but
You're gonna have to roll for that. We'll see how well Karnos knows his knots.
Ooh,
Basically,
yeah.
basically,
So-
Karnos is trying to do a trucker knot.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So what are we gonna roll for this? It'll be we'll either make it a dex check or an intelligence check. Be your choice.
Dex check or save?
Just a check.
Yeah, definitely Dex. Ooh, 11.
It seems serviceable. It looks like it would work.
Guess we'll find out.
Whether it does or not, we may find out in a later time.
Sweet.
So I will put ad hoc with you. Didn't have moved him through that wall space, but I won't.
Right, where were we up to in the mapping before we were rudely interrupted by the hilarious jokes of the three ladies?
So you
that came
have
through.
a doorway here. You have a doorway here, here, and here. You got 4 doors leading from this chamber or from this hall. The northern end of this particular corridor has collapsed and has fallen in on itself. So you can see that once this may have been probably from your mapping, Fibblestib, specifically, you would probably determine that this collapse where you spent the evening in the Amber Tomb, not the previous evening, in fact, you came down the stairways and found that Amber Tomb with the ghasts in it, was a collapsed hallway there. That would probably lead through to that. So this particular part of this hall has collapsed in on itself. So it once that stairwell would have led down into this particular area, but because of the collapse you weren't able to get through. But you do have several rooms to choose from.
Oh, I guess we do the door that Karnos is near.
All right. Look over at Zadriel's shield. Can I tell what time of day it is just by looking at
It's
it?
still relatively early. I mean, you guys slept and you've travelled down into this area. You spent a bit of time over the other side, so you're probably just cresting lunchtime. So it's not late in the day at all. It is still only about halfway through.
All right. Opening door. I try to open the door.
Which door are you opening? The southern one or the one you're standing right next to?
The one Carlos is in front of here.
Okay, so you should be able to open that door. Give me 1 second. That. Yep, you should be able to open that door. It shouldn't be a problem.
Once the game unpauses, yeah.
Oh yes, sorry. Sorry. There we go. Now you can open that door.
And then I close it again instantly.
Okay, so what you briefly saw was another.
As soon as I peek that first stone, I'll close the
That
door.
was another amber room full of amber.
And I'm going to say, it's just a cave-in in there. It's not even worth it. It's just a square room cave-in. And I'm going to use my gift to deceive the crew.
So roll a deception at advantage. I would say with you'd be looking at a
Natural 20.
I would say you're looking at DC 15. So natural 20.
Yeah, it's just a cave-in. Absolutely worthless waste of time.
So
Okay.
if you want to try and beat his natural 20 deception with a insight, you can. If you believe, that would be determined by whether you think you'd believe him or not. If you think your character would be suspicious of Karnos at this point and what he's telling you, then roll. If not, take his word.
At the speed that
9.
9, so you believe him. Fibble,
Yeah,
at the
but-
speed he opened and closed, I think Fibble would probably be a little suspicious.
I'd be a bit suspicious. I got a 17, so he bet it anyway.
Yeah, so you're a little suspicious about it, but you take his word.
I'm not even going to try. I can't even beat his.
So, with that, it seems legit. Definitely seems legit.
Karnos, roughly how big do you think the room would have been?
Oh, it's a mimic of those other rooms we opened earlier.
Okay, righto. So I'm just going to draw the room and then write caved in.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. No problem.
I couldn't get the door open very far at all. Right, next room.
What about this one down at the bottom?
Yeah.
Or was that the
Oh.
one that we couldn't open before?
I didn't see that. I forgot.
No,
That's
it's able to be opened. It is, for what I can see here. Let me double check this. No, it's not
Scapus.
locked.
Scafus, do you want to open that or you want me to do it?
Actually, no, it is locked. Sorry.
Well,
So
you have better luck at opening doors than what I do.
you can
so
attempt to open it.
No, I think that was the one that we tried to open, but we found
Yeah,
out
I thought we
that
did, yeah.
Not that
it
one.
was-
No, you hadn't opened that
No?
one. That's where the witches were.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
it was back up in the main hall, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
The vault doors is what you couldn't open in the main hall.
Good idea, though.
Yeah,
Cedriel, your dead creature should open the doors.
I'm gonna get Broomhilda to open the door.
So you're going to move your Zambi in front of the door. Oh, shit. Okay. It can follow basic commands, so it reaches its hand out and attempts to push the door, but nothing happens. Appears to be locked.
Look. This is a job for me and Alyssa.
What are you naming Alyssa?
And I pull out my thieving tools.
As per the rest of the doors in this place, you see nowhere to insert your Alyssa tools anywhere. There is no lock.
Well,
There is no discernible key lock on these doors.
Okay, Alyssa's not going to do it, but I could use Charlotte on the door itself.
What about that door command, or whatever it is?
say Santa.
Where you go. You've got the commanding voice, not me.
I've already moved away.
Dedriel's already moved away, started moving up the hall.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I drag Adok up there and I go, come on, man. Examfa!
And you
Xavier? Who's he?
do hear the lock give way.
Sounds like it worked, guys.
Open says Kanos.
All right, I'm going to do the same as I did before. DM, Carlos, knowing what he saw in the last room, he's just going to peek in this door real slowly. And if he sees any amber tombs, he's slamming it again. Yep.
You not only saw amber tombs, as you quickly open the door, peek through and pull it closed, you see a familiar flaming, floating skull. I need to make a quick roll here.
I will say, as you're making that roll, I'll say to the group, okay, baddies in there. I've just shut the door. It is not good. They're those flaming head things. Otherwise, the room is empty.
And it's at this
So-
point...
Why did we unlock it?
I'll say Examfer again and lock it again, maybe?
all of you hear the explosion against the door. And the door, the whole wall just rumbles. And bits of stone and amber fall from the ceiling.
Kanos? How many of them were in there?
As a quick peek, I only saw 2.
I may have saw one.
The same one of
See.
one of the 2. That,
Two
See,
more. The wall shakes. The whole temple almost seems to rumble. with these attacks against this door, and you can see cracks starting to form in the amber door.
I move over by the door. I pull the rope tether on Adok free.
And another.
Well, we flank and go prepare.
Sounds like a plan.
And another.
Get dead lady ready.
I'm getting prepared.
So what I will do here in this particular instance, then we're going to... Whoops. Get everybody. So I'll get everyone to roll initiative, please. As the explosions seem to come more frequent and just continuous as the door starts to crack and move.
Do I roll for zombie?
Your zombie will run on your turn, so your
All
bonus action will be for movement and attack. Your zombie will run on your initiative. I will roll for Adok. Right, so it is... They get the initiative here by the looks of that. Another explosion. And the door shatters inward towards you guys. I will need Karnos, Zadriel, Zombie, Skathis, and Adok all to make dexterity saving throws, please. I will make Adok's from here. Adok, natural 20, 23, manages to dive out of the way. He will take no damage.
Dick
So-
save, did you say?
Dick saves,
He
yes.
Disadvantage at the moment too.
He's on.
'cause he's
He's
exhausted.
exhausted, isn't he? So I will roll that again. Thank you for reminding me that.
I'd like to use luck on mine.
If you
22
have
for
it, you can
Karnos.
use it. So 13, so he'll take some damage then. So 22, you will take half damage.
Because of Shieldmaster evasion, I will take no damage.
You will take no damage as you are peppered with amber rock.
As I slam my shield down, and the rock all hammers the shield according to my evasion.
Okay, so those of you that beat a DC of 15 will take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you are peppered with amber stone. The rest of you will take... Anyone that was under 15 will take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
My ability uses my reaction to DM,
Yep,
just so
no
you're aware
worries.
for this
So
round.
Skathis, you'll take full damage.
I rolled for.
No,
Okay.
I rolled a luck and got 22.
I rolled for my zombie, but
According
it didn't
to...
show.
Oh, that was Adok, sorry. I missed your one. So
The first one
10.
was a nat 1 with an 8, and the second roll was 22.
What was yours, Adriel?
Mine was 24, and I
Yep.
rolled for the zombie on the foundry, but it didn't show me, so it must have showed you, I think. Maybe.
Where is it? No, it didn't. I can roll it anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
It got a 1. So, how many hit points? It doesn't have many hit points. It is not looking healthy. It's down on 1 hit point, Zadriel. Just so you know. It got slammed with a large chunk of amber. You can hear the crunching of bones, the squelching of undead flesh, and is not looking healthy at all. But with that, a skull comes into view as the door shatters. And it is going to cast, when it catches up, a fireball. Everyone needs to make a dex save again. DC 13 to beat this time. Karnos, you will have the +5 from Zadriel.
Sweet.
Actually,
That's more
no,
than
you
enough.
won't. I lie. You will not have the +5 from Zadriel. You'll have a +2 from Zadriel. Zadriel, your aura, all of your auras are now halved. So down to 2. Not because I can't halve a 5. Bring it down to 2. So all your auras are only a +2, not a +5.
That gives me a total of 21 with her half aura.
Just make a
half
note of that.
damage.
That's part of your dark gift, just as a explanation. I don't know that you would notice it per se, but just for future reference. So that would include yours. So any rolls you'd have to just -3 off your rolls. So DC 13 to bet for half anyway. So we've got Zadriel an 8. That's not so good. You'll take 28 fire damage, Zadriel. Karnos, you will take 14 fire damage. Sybil, you'll take 14 fire damage. Skathis, you will take 14 fire damage, and I believe Adok is there as well. He does his at disadvantage. He got a natural 20 and a 7, so he will take 28 points of fire damage as well. I will mark that down for him. I'm not sure exactly what he's on at this point, but I know he was low. Write that down when you get. As the fireball ignites in the center of the hallway, sending flames in all directions.
I believe he was on 23 hit points.
Yeah, I know he was low. I'm just not entirely sure how low he was.
I think it's on the D&D Beyond over screen if that's the same.
Yeah, I'll have to check it. I will check that shortly. Actually, I should check that now. I've had his sheet up. In 1 second, guys. Got to just double check his sheet because the D&D Beyond overlay says 23. Yeah. I'll just double check. Because sometimes the overlay is not entirely correct. Can be a little delayed. 1 second. If that is the case, then he is unconscious. Website's having a little go slow. Always away when we're in the middle of something. He is at 23, so Adok drops to the ground and is unconscious. So we're aware. So you guys would notice this. You would definitely see Adok as he becomes unconscious. Next up is another one of these creatures. Moves into view. And it is going at 2. It's going to cast. Ooh, what's it going to do? Who's the closest one there? One I can see. That would be Fibblestep. Fires magic missiles at you, Fibblestep. So you will take, at 3rd level, we've got...
Just to note, you've got Zadriel marked as unconscious, not Adok.
I didn't do that.
Because I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't do it, so we'll get to that in a second. So the magic missile darts fly out. So there is 3, 4, 5 darts, Fibblestep, at 5 damage each. So 25 points of force damage. Streak out from the doorway, striking you in the chest. It's now your turn, Fibblestep. Karnos on board.
Alright.
But
So,
Zadriel and Adok are unconscious, it seems.
so you can cast a action spell and a bonus action second spell?
As long as one is a cantrip, yes. You can only cast one leveled spell on a turn, so you can cast 2 spells as long as one of them is a bonus action and a cantrip.
What if the one that you were casting was haste?
Is it an action or a bonus action?
Well, it's an action, but it gives me an extra action.
Yeah, we've had this discussion before. If it gives you an extra action, then you're able to cast a second leveled spell, as far as I'm concerned, because it's giving you the extra action.
All right, so I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Yes.
And
that
then
is your one action, leaves you a bonus action, and now another action.
And then I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word on everyone.
And that's an action?
That's a bonus action.
That's a bonus action? That's a leveled spell?
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's a leveled spell.
So that works. Yeah.
Yes, that would work. No, would it? Because he's cast his leveled spell as an action. As a bonus action, his bonus action would have to be a cantrip.
But he's used haste to give himself the extra action.
But it's a bonus action. Unless you're going to cast a cantrip on your action.
On his action, yeah. He'd have another action left.
Yeah, so I've still got an action after that, which could be a cantrip.
Yes, or I see what you mean. Yeah, so you can cast it. Sorry, I got a little confused.
Yeah, we had the same confusion last night, Sean.
Yeah.
it's confusing.
It's a confusing spell because it gives you an extra action, which technically lets you to recast another spell.
Yes, it does. So you're using the action to cast the Mass Healing Word, the bonus action. Sorry.
Yeah. So
if you wanted to cast another spell as an action, it would have to be a cantrip. Otherwise, you can treat Charlotte if you wish.
Yes. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do the Mass Healing Word. So everybody gets 8 hit points.
Is that 60-foot range, I believe?
Yeah, it's 60 foot from within me, and it's whoever I want within that 60 foot.
Oh, look, he's here.
So
up to 6 creatures, and there's 5 of us, so I'm golden.
Was it?
8 points, yes.
8 points of healing to everybody.
I'm going to have to redo his link, but we can get him in here.
Especially the 2 people that have gone down. Right. Hello, one of the persons that have gone down.
We should see him. So there he is. Now we should be able to see him here. So Adok, you have been rendered unconscious. You received 28 points of damage from your 23 that you were at, and you've just been healed for 8.
And then I'm going to shoot Charlotte at that dude.
Shoot away.
For an 11 to hit.
That will miss. Goes wide.
Do I have one? What is a luck?
A luck will
Reroll.
give you basically a reroll.
Okay, I'm going to burn a luck. I've got 3 of them. Let's reshoot Charlotte. There we go. 21 to hit.
That hits.
And takes 12 points of piercing damage. And that's it.
Piercing damage. I love it. 12 points of piercing damage. Righty. Oop. I went equals instead of minus. Right. Good. It has taken some damage. And that is you, Fibble.
For this round, yes.
Karnos, it is your turn.
Well, Karnos just pulls that sun sword up. And he just runs into the doorway, knowing that his friends are getting moped. Now, as I move in, I just want to be able to see where these things are. So we got 1, 2. How many have we got in here?
3.
Okay, so I'll just ping them that one, and is it one on the rock here? Yep, okay. I'm going to run straight into the 5, 10, 15, just into this one here. I'm going to make my attacks on this one here.
You'll need to make a dexterity saving throw, please, as you enter into the 5-foot space around the flaming skull.
Oh, right. 11.
You take 5 points of fire damage.
I don't mind, as I hack into him with the sun sword. Is these creatures counted as undead?
They are, indeed.
Okay, so I'm going to make my first attack. Swinging at his head, I guess. 21 to hit.
It hits.
One-handed, so 8 damage plus another d8. 19, 11, 12, that's 13 radiant damage on the first hit.
13 damage on the first.
I swing again. 15 to hit.
15 to hit. That does hit.
And that's another 12 plus 4, 12, 16 radiant damage as I
16
swipe the
radiant
side
damage. It is starting to look a little worse for wear, but you'll also take another 10 points of fire damage. As
That's
every time you
fine.
strike it, it ignites in radiant in a magical fire.
Okay, I'll do that damage at the end, so that's 5, 10. I'll just bonus action, striking down, natural, dirty, filthy 1.
That will miss. So you will not take the extra fire damage because you have to hit it to get it. So just be the 10 extra fire damage.
Oof! This thing hurts. Very fiery, very angry, and that is Karnos.
That is Karnos. Adok the Grey. It is now your turn. You are hurt. You have been set alight as the fireball ignited in this hallway. You have heard Karnos go in. You've heard him call fiery damage. You peer around the corner and you see 3 flaming skulls in this room.
It had to be fire, didn't it?
Indeed it did.
He's just gonna run, screaming.
You don't have to run. You can just put yourself out of line of sight of the fire. You could back into a corner, but it's up to you how you think Adok will cope with this with this room full of flaming
Is
skulls.
this a door? Oh, whoops.
That is a door, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna run and close the door
Okay.
and just stand like starfish behind it.
So you've shut Karnos in the room full of flaming
Oh,
skulls.
Karnos is in the room.
You have. Karnos is in the room.
Oh, what?
If you think
Oh,
if you think that's what Adok would do, it is up to you.
I didn't know he was in the room, but I've done it.
I think the door exploded, didn't it?
Actually, no, the door cannot be closed. Yes, you're right. Thank you. I did
Yeah,
forget.
that fireballed it open.
The door is in pieces all over the floor, so the door cannot be closed. Sorry, that was my bad.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you sort of peer around the corner, you would see Karnos in the room with the flaming skulls. So yeah, you probably would run.
Whoa. Okay, I do want to do one thing, because I've got that thing, but would you allow, because obviously I'm terrified, would
Yes, you are.
allow me to be terrifyingly try and cast this spell?
Depending on what the spell is, it could be at a diminished capacity. So what's the spell you're
Cone
trying
of
to do?
Cold.
You want to try and Cone of Cold into the room,
Yeah.
which would probably hit Karnos.
Oh, fuck.
But you can, but you would be...
Is Karnos on fire?
Yes.
He's not on
Okay, yeah,
fire,
I'm
he
gonna
has
do it.
taken fire damage, but he's not, he's
every
not
time
on fire.
Yeah, you'd see every time I strike that, it's
Yeah.
flame just blazing over me.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
definitely
yeah.
taken fire
I'm gonna
damage.
do it.
You're going to do it?
Yeah,
So Cone of
it's
Cold.
helping. He's on fire, putting the
So
fire out.
give us the stats for Cone of Cold. What is the save for it? Because it's a 15-foot cone, I believe.
I believe it's a deck save. The save would be
14,
based on my
15.
intelligence.
So it'll get the
It's a
first
60-foot
one.
cone.
What's the cone on it?
It's a 60-foot cone.
60-foot
from
cone.
self.
So that'll fill the room. Holy shit. So I didn't write this down. Hang on. Have a look here.
Oh, sorry, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Cone of Cold. Let's bring this up so I can read this.
6 levels to go.
60-foot cone, make a con save. Oh, it's 8d8 cold damage. Woo. So con save from you, Karnos.
Again, Adam's gonna run screaming as he's just gonna put out his palm.
10 from that dude.
I rolled an at 20, but if it's con, it'll be 27.
27? No problem. Well done. So you'll take half damage.
Is it based on my spell DC?
Yes.
Which would be 16.
Natural 1. These things are not doing okay. And they're a pretty good con too. 21, so 1 save, 2 fail.
How much damage, Adok?
So roll your 8d8
Okay.
cold damage.
Thankfully, I'm only taking half.
And the damage is 30.
30. So 15 points of cold damage from you, Karnos. For you, this one drops like a icicle to the ground as it is frozen over and dies. This one is still there, however, although it does look damaged. The one at the back of the room is also still there, but not. It's taken some damage, but not as much. But you'll have, you'd have to use your movement to move your full movement distance away, as per your fear.
Yes. Or I do this. Oh no, the door's
The
exploded.
door's exploded. You cannot close the door.
No. I run away. Yeah.
There is no door.
I do. I run back to that's. I can get back as Fibble. Can I try and cower between Fibble's legs?
He's as big as you are, so you,
Yeah,
you can try and cower behind if you like, but ain't gonna do a whole lot. Next up is there's a flaming skull at the back. It has taken damage from the cold. It is not happy at all. And it will cast another fireball. DC 13 dexterity from everybody, please. The Adok with a 5, you'll take full 28 damage. Zadriel with your minus, you're still okay, so half damage to you, 14. Karnos, full damage, 28. Skathis, half damage at 14. As the fireball explodes in the room once again. Get rid of that fireball marker. Mark yourself as unconscious if you are. The Adok once again drops. That is the skull's turn. Skathis. I need to make a save for your Zambi. I forgot. A dexterity saving throw. I don't think it really matters because it'll die anyway. Nope, it did. The zombie melts away in a puddle of burning flesh. Zadriel and Adok, both unconscious. Skathis, this is your turn. You're muted.
That one.
There we go.
Yes, I know. Moving into the room. Maybe. Hello. Move. Move. No. Wrong one. That one. No, that's target. I want move. Give me move. Yeah,
Here we go. Move. So you got one here and one here.
Using the rest of my movement, moving up to that one. Using the spear when I get to it.
So you need to make a dex save as you move into melee range with it as well, please.
Yep. And dex save. Ouch.
Natural 1, so you will take 10 points of fire damage with a natural 1.
Awesome.
As you step into the range with it. You will roll to hit, which was 11.
No, I won't roll to hit.
Won't you? Are you unconscious?
I am now, yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, so Karnos, you would see this as Skathis runs in and gets in close to this creature. Before you can say to him, don't get too close, he's engulfed in a magical flame and drops to the ground, smoking and unconscious. Zadriel, is now your turn. I need you to make the first of your death saves, please. Keep it to yourself. DM it to me in Discord if you wish. Next up is this flaming skull here. He is going to target you, Karnos, as you are still standing. Skathis, you will lose one death save as you are in proximity of the flaming skull as it moves over top of you automatically. Karnos, you will take 9 points of force damage as the missiles fire out from the mouth of this creature, striking 3 times in the chest.
Oh, magic missile, eh?
No save on that one, dude.
No save on that one. Hang on, let me just check my
Do you have
reactions.
any reactions, anything that you could do? If not, 9 points of force damage to you.
No, that's it. I gotta take 9 points.
So you take 9 points of force damage. Fibblestib, you are up.
And Karnos falls unconscious.
Karnos is also unconscious. So Fibblestib, you watch from your position as all of your companions now lie unconscious. It is now your turn. How long does haste last?
So everyone's down?
Everyone is down.
Everyone's dead. I went down when the fireball happened.
So you went unconscious as well.
Yep.
So everybody is unconscious. So with that, it'll be your turn. So I need you to make your first death save, Fibble. Karnos, your turn. I need you to make your first death save. Adok the Grey, I need you to make a death save. DM me your death saves too, please. In the Discord too, guys. We have... Let's double check these guys' intelligence. They are intelligent beings. The first creature moves out of the room, moving over Skathis and Karnos. You will both automatically lose another death save. Okay, so Adok. We have an interesting occurrence here. Zadriel, I need your second death save, please. Ooh, what do we got next? Okay. Karnos, I need your second death save. And Adok, I need another death save from you as well, please. This is going to be very interesting indeed. Okay. So Adok, just waiting on yours, please. Flaming Skull moves over and floats over you, Adok. This will kill you, as I believe you only had one death saver left. But your dark gift kicks in. I need to make a roll. 1 second, as you do die, indeed. I need Adok to... 1 second here. Adok, I need you to roll for me a D100, please. Rolled a 6. Adok the Grey. Your eyes flicker open. You turn to one side. You see the flaming skull hovering, looking at you. You're alive. It's weird. You shouldn't be, but you remember the dark gift, and you have. You can hear. You have 7 hit points as you slowly stand using half your movement speed. As you stand looking down at Fibblestib, you notice your hands. They're not your hands. They look very different. Roll a d6 for me, please. Your hands are black, scaly, clawed hands. As you sort of touch yourself, you realize that, shit, this thing's still in front of you. It is your turn. The fire still terrifies you. But this creature is there, and it's not looking good. What do you do?
I kind of called that motherfucker.
Is it ranged, or is it... There's just a cone from you, isn't it? So roll cone of cold. What is the save for that?
Con save.
The con save.
Oh, wait, hang on, that's in front of everyone. Shit, where's
Well,
the flaming skull?
it's away from you. Like, it's,
oh, thank God. Okay.
It's over here, so you won't... The thing is, you look down, you see that you sort of quickly look around. Everyone's down. You're the only one standing. Are you going to cone of cold?
Yeah.
Cone of cold. What was the save? Con save, yes?
Con save 16. Well, actually, because I don't know stat changes now.
We'll keep it as it is for now, because your class has not changed. It's just your race. We'll resolve that a bit later. So it is a failure. What is the damage? 8d8 cold damage, I believe.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't think it'll matter what you'll roll. Even if you rolled all ones, it's still going to die. So it's pretty messed up. So as you instinctively, out of fear, blast this cone of cold forward, killing this entity, you have a bonus action left. If I will allow that, if you have a potion ready to go, you would probably be able to administer it to Fibblestib, who's lying right next to you. If you do not, however, that would be the end of your turn. What have you got?
I do. Okay, so Adok is going to... Fuck, where is it? It's in my notes. I got... God damn it. It's something that Fibble gave me ages ago and I can't find it. Why is it not here?
I do remember him giving you something. I'm not entirely sure what it is myself, but I do remember.
Why is it not here? Oh wait, no, here, I found it, sorry. Okay, so yes, I am going to ravage through my backpack. Do I have claws?
You do. Not big claws, but your hands are way bigger than what you remember.
How sharp are my claws? I'm gonna try and open my backpack and probably tear it, not knowing.
Probably not knowing your own strength, you probably would. So everything would just about spill out of your bag at this point. You got 6 seconds.
Cool. Okay, then I'm gonna grab the vial that Fibble gave me. I'm gonna crawl over to him, uncork it in my mouth, jam open his throat, and just shove it in.
And what was the potion that he gave you?
It's called a potion of swiftness, so it increases his speed by 10 feet for an hour, but it also gives him 2d6 plus 5 hit points.
Roll the 2d6 plus 5.
8 plus 5, whatever that is.
So 13. So Fibblestib, you blink awake, 13 points of hit points. Scathus, that would be your turn, Adok. Scathus, this is now your turn. Another death save from you, please.
That's a d20 roll, isn't it?
There's a d20 roll. You're looking for a 10 or better. Give me your roll in the Dixword, please. Zadriel, I need another from you also. So we're back to the top of the initiative order. This one's turn. So we're good there. Okay, thank you. This one moves forward and out the door and over top of you, Karnos. You will lose a death save. Fibblesip, it is now your turn. You see the flaming skull moving out here. You've got two companions in the room not moving. Zadriel is also not moving. But you do notice a stranger standing over you with an empty vial in his hand. What you see is a 6'6" black-scaled dragonborn. His clothing is torn and ripped. He's almost completely naked. Can't see Adok anywhere as you look around. What do you do?
I'll work that shit out later. I'd command my owl to go over to Zadriel, and I'd cast Spare the Dying on her.
So that stabilizes her, yes?
Yes.
So Zadriel, you are no longer rolling death saves. You are stable.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's all I can do.
That's all you can do. Karnos, it is your turn.
I DM'd you, Dungeon Master.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much. We're back up to Fibblestib. Actually, no, we're not. We're back up to, as everyone else is sort of down still, with this creature's turn. Sees you two moving, and Adok and Fibble. This creature, what is he going to do? He hasn't got a whole lot left. Adok. It is going to just move towards you.
Ooh, do I get an attack of opportunity?
You're still unconscious. You're just stable.
Oh,
Spirit of the
shit.
Dying does not bring you back to consciousness. Unfortunately, you're alive. You're stable, but you're still unconscious. So unfortunately, no, you do not. But Adok, you need to make a dex save. So what is your current dexterity?
It's now 14.
So you've changed your race.
Yeah.
So roll your dex save with your new dexterity stat.
A lovely 13.
It's enough. Still will take damage, but it won't be as much. You'll take 5 points of fire damage as the creature gets close to you. It cannot. I don't think it can attack you. It's got to double check. It can attack you, in fact. No, it cannot. If it does, it's not going to, because it would be at disadvantage. I forgot its stat. So Fibblesip, you're up.
Owl would go to Karnos because I can see him, and I'd cast Spare the Dying on him, and then I would drink a potion.
Drink your potion. The spell takes effect. As far as you know, it's all good.
Okay, so mark that off, and I'll do the rest of it in the background.
Yep, so do your potion. Adok, it is now your turn. Once again, you see this skull in front of you. You are terrified still of this flaming skull. I will allow you to roll a wisdom save.
Yes, probably.
At this point, because you've
fair.
seen many of your friends now lying motionless.
13?
Borderline, but I'll allow you to act as with minor fear. It's still terrifying, but not enough to cause you to flee without any action.
I mean, all I can do is another cone of cold.
I would say you would be able to direct it in such a way that it would not hit Fibble or Zadriel easily enough, and Same can't be said for Karnos at this point. But I don't think you would really understand. Or you maybe you'd understand it. You might get him. You might not. You wouldn't know roughly with the width of the door and everything else. It'd be up to you.
My first thought was like I'd probably freak out and try and slash the thing, but I mean, just go cone of cold, I guess.
Cone of cold?
Hope not to kill Karnos.
So I will put the cone out this time, so we know exactly where we're at. So it's a 60-foot cone.
From self.
From himself, where you're trying to just get. I would say that it would all be directed into that corner and not go through the doorway. Just.
Cool.
So it was a con save.
Yeah.
Beat that so I know where the hell I'm at. One Constitution save. For 17, so it'll take half damage. Roll your 8d8. 44 points of cold damage as this creature flame instantly superheats the ice and turns to steam. It also turns it to ice, and as it drops to the floor and shatters against the floor into 1,000 pieces, scattering icicles across the floor. Everything falls silent as the combat comes to a close. And we'll be right back. We're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. When the cameras all kick in, they take a little bit. There we go. What's up, chat? So, we have completed our combat. Currently, Fibblestib and Adok are the only ones left alive. However, Fibblestib, you've noticed this large, semi-naked dragonborn standing in the room in this corridor with you. As you glance around, you notice Zadriel and the others still not moving, but you also, just out of view behind the dragonborn, see Adok's lifeless body also lying in the hallway with you.
Fibbo.
Yeah. Shut up. I would go to Scathus and cast Spare the Dying on him.
Okay.
Because, that's more important than dealing with. I take it this is your special power. You changed races. Now we have to get new shit for you. Adok, the semi-grey black dragon on the third. Or is this the second? This is the first. The first.
Adok, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw because you are naked in the Amber Temple on top of a mountain.
But I have Ring of Warmth because of the.
That's because your dark gifts. You are quite warm. I thought it was an actual ring. You might. You're good. You feel quite toasty. In fact, but you are practically naked.
I'm freaking out, man.
Oh, and by the way, you still have no teeth.
You still smell good.
And
edible good.
Still smell great.
Do I look cool?
Yeah. You look stupid. I'm gonna go to make sure that everyone's actually alive. So go up to Zadriel.
You go up to Zadriel. She's breathing, barely.
I will
seeming stable.
I will give her one of my special brews.
Okie dokie.
So it actually gives her. This is where it gets interesting. So it's the healing potion gives her 2d4 plus 5 healing plus 2d6 plus 5 temporary hit points. However you want to play that. 2d4.
You can add the temporary hit points as temporary. Can do it on.
Yeah. So she'd get 5 hit points normal. And then 7, 8, 9, 12 hit points temporary.
Actually, Adok, now that I actually think about it, and because of you are cold, in fact, Ring of Warmth effect isn't an effect, and neither is the strength that you want to add. Those particular dark gifts were not permanent, they were temporary, and as you have become deceased and been reborn in the new body, the only dark gift that remains is the ability that brought you back. So you will need to make that con save for me.
Okay. $17.
Take 6 points of cold damage. And start to shiver uncontrollably.
Ooh, no. I'm gonna start skidding at my dead body.
Your dead body wouldn't be big enough for you to skin to wear. I'm sorry. But you are aware of there. I mean, you have found bits and pieces of cloth around the place that possibly you know where you would need to go to find something. You might be able to wear the cloak that Adoc's wearing as maybe around your waist to help with that, possibly. But you definitely have to go somewhere. Find more, as you know, the longer you stay unprotected, the more likely the cold is. But Fibble, you are able to bring Zadriel back to some semblance of life. Zadriel, your eyes flutter open. Take a breath in. You sort of look around and you see Fibble. You sort of blurry-eyed as you're starting to wait. You see this large dragonborn figure as well. I say you would also probably notice Adoc's body lying in the corridor. As you sort of sit up, you notice Karnos and Skathis are still both not moving.
Can you go check Karnos and Skathis?
Yeah, that's meant to.
So as you both move into that room to check on Karnos and Skathis, I need you both to roll a medicine check. Or one with advantage.
How big is
23.
23. So, Bibble, you can tell that both Karnos and Skathis not breathing.
Hey, Z, we have an oh shit moment.
Do we have diamonds?
Karnos has got one.
We have to make a decision.
Karnos has got one.
Zadriel, roll a intelligence check for me. Add your proficiency.
22. Yeah.
Efficiency. You know that you remember Karnos has a diamond. You know you definitely can resurrect one of them with that. This gift you received, gift of life and death, didn't work on zombie, but could potentially work in this situation. You don't know what the consequences will be.
Oh.
But you have a feeling that you may be able to help in this situation.
Feeble? You remember me touching the altar? Do you think maybe you being the genius and all, one of them I could touch and...
You also know you only have about a minute to bring one of these
bring
back
stuff up? What do you think?
Karnos has got a diamond. Do that first, and if you can touch the other one and bring him back another way, so be it. But
doing revivify on Karnos, getting it out of the bag of holding.
Retrieve the diamond.
Amongst all the other jewels and coins and everything in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I mean, in the bag of holding, she's
probably
going
just
directly
think
for
what
the
you need.
diamond, yeah. So she grabs the diamond. You lay the diamond on Karnos' chest. You concentrate. You kneel next to him. Finding it hard, extremely hard this time, to focus. Before it was easy. Your divine energies, your divine power seems more distant for some reason. Not entirely sure. But it takes a moment, a good solid moment, to really focus on that tether. I need you to roll another intelligence roll with your proficiency modifier as well, please. Because Karnos has already died once. It's going to be a little harder to find that soul tether.
I'm going to use an Inspire I got from Reaper with for 10.
Or add D10 to the roll.
And then if I can, Adox the Black would also like to inspire Zadriel.
It'd be 16 with
16
proficiency.
total, okay. And what is the inspiration that Adok the Black is going to give Zadriel? Considering Zadriel may not entirely understand who Adok the Black is at this point. As this large dragonborn enters the doorway.
Zadriel, when you're reaching out to Skathus, tell him, don't pay the ferryman. Don't even think it does. Don't pay the ferryman until he gets you to the other side.
What's the dice for that?
What? It's a D8.
D8. I'll make it a D6 because that was I don't know if that would have inspired many people. We'll add a D6
It's
to
not
that
a good
roll.
bard.
Add a D6 to that roll.
Okay.
And it's Karnos, not Skathus, that she's providing.
Yeah, it's Karnos she's providing at the moment, but
Oh,
either way, it still works. But add the D6.
I got a 6.
6, nice. So yes.
Is this an ability check or a saving throw?
It's just a check.
Okay, don't worry about it then.
Just a straight check. So with that little inspiration from a dragonborn, you look kind of quizzically at, not fully understanding what the fuck's going on right now. You reach out and you find that soul tether. It's very faint and very distant. It's kind of odd. And it's hard to hold on to, but you manage just to hold on to it. Fibblestip, Adok, since you guys are still alive at this point, is there anything that you wish to do or say to Karnos? Not do to him, but say to him to help bring his soul back to his body.
That's an easy one. If you're dead, I can't fix you.
I think you've already made that statement once before. And we'll let it go. It'll raise the DC on the check that you're gonna have to make. But
And there's free beer for you if you come back.
roll a deception check for me. Or persuasion. If you're being honest, you're gonna give him free beer. Roll a persuasion. If you're being deceitful, which I think you are, roll a deception.
It was actually a persuasion.
Okay.
I'm going to use Flash of Genius, so that makes it a 23.
23, no worries. Adok, anything you wish to say?
Karnos, if you die, you won't smell like burnt maple whiskey anymore. And also, you have proven me wrong at every single point that I have known you or questioned anything. So, don't prove me right. Because at the moment, I've died and came back because of the stones, and that means that I've grown stronger than you, because you haven't touched the stone. Prove me wrong, like you always do. Come back to me, or I will touch another stone.
Roll intimidation.
$24.
Nice. Zadriel, is there anything you wish to say?
Karnos, it's time to show that piece of shit Strahd what a real hero can do. You can't die right now. You come back and you fight by my side, like a true hero that you are. And then I will yell at my father to help me.
Okay, I will get you to roll a religion check.
15.
Okay, not bad. Karnos. You find yourself in a void. No sound. No light. Standing in complete darkness. Then you see a wisp of light just off in the distance. Looks like a doorway of sorts. Almost like a graveyard archway. Steel gates. Swing open slowly, but offer no sound. Standing in the threshold of those gates, you see two figures. Both standing almost like they're waiting. You recognize them both. Short, halfling woman, bunny slippers, cloak. Standing next to her is a tall, slender human, young woman, girl. You recognize them both, and they both just seem to be waiting for you, smiling, almost beckoning. Then you hear Adoc's voice. Distant. Almost like it reverbs through this entire place, but very distant. You hear a stranger's voice, gravelly, telling you to prove him wrong, prove him right, either way. And you hear another voice, another unfamiliar voice. This voice is guttural and low, almost demonic. The words don't fit the voice. Words you recognize. Voice you do not. I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Private or on screen?
Up to you. On screen will be fine.
Yeah. 12.
12. You feel that tug on your spirit, pulling you towards the gate. But you're unsure. Wish to walk forward, or do you wish to step away?
I look at what I assume to be Mirabelle and Emilia.
Correct.
And I listen to the voices coming the other way. In this void, do my flasks hang at my side?
They do.
I uncap them and I hold them both up towards the silhouettes of Emilia and Mirabelle, and I say, I still have a job to do, and then I'm coming to get you both. Let's not make a habit of this. I take a swig of each, put them back, and head towards the voices.
Okay. As you turn, head towards the direction in which you heard familiar and unfamiliar voice. Back now to party in the chamber. Many moments pass. It is awkward, silent. You're watching, waiting for something to happen. The diamond does not light up as it once did. Not for a long time. Many minutes, it seems. Then suddenly, you hear a slight cracking of what sounds like the cracking of glass. You look down, Zadriel, and you see the diamond start to fracture and crack. It's not bathed in brilliant radiant light. It's the last time you performed this particular ritual. In fact, it is almost the opposite. Not quite. Very dark, almost blood-like. The diamond shatters and is then rendered into almost a mist as it dissipates and falls over Karnos' body. Karnos, your eyes flicker open. You take a deep breath in. Sit bolt upright once again, racked in pain and agony.
Mirabelle, Emilia.
Look around, you see Zadriel kneeling over you. You Fibble, your side. You see a strange dragonborn also standing over you. Look around looking for Skathis. You see his unmoving body. You're right.
No, I grab for my bag. The diamond. And I reach through trying to grab the diamond from the bag of holding, to which
Can't
there
You
is
do
none.
not find.
Kynos, calm down. Calm down.
We got to bring him back.
I'm gonna rush over to Skathis, actually.
Yep.
Knowing that I don't have much time to waste. And would I know to just give him the touch of what I've got?
You would get an understanding of what you would need to possibly try and do. You would kneel at his side. You would put both hands, one on his chest, one on his abdomen, and you would then start to concentrate. Again, looking for that soul tether. This time it's different. This comes from a much darker place. It feels foreign to you, on the verge of painful. It's not pleasant feeling at all. As you start to search for that same tether, it seems a little easier than it did with Karnos. But still, you guys watching would see, as she's concentrating, you can see the beads of sweat start to form and roll down Zadriel's face. That black blood-like ichor starts to trickle from her eyes once again. Suddenly her wings appear, folded at first and then outright, and almost start to fold over her and Skathis, but they're not fiery red like they were before. They are tar black, dripping with black ichor. The room seems to darken with some dark energy. Karnos, you would feel extremely uncomfortable in this particular moment with what's happening.
Yeah, I step up and back sort of slowly out the door.
Bibble, you would be probably a little unnerved also at the sight of this, knowing what her wings should look like and knowing what she should be in this particular instance. Zadriel, the pain rises in your chest, into your throat, into your head. You can hear your heartbeat pounding in your ears. It is almost unbearable, but you hold on. I need you to roll a strength check for me, please. Just a straight strength roll. You...
And I use a
9.
luck.
You've got a luck, you can use it.
Is that a reroll?
That's a
That
reroll.
luck's a reroll. Oh,
Luck
God.
is a reroll.
Okay.
You
God,
must take the
please.
new roll though.
Oh!
Oh, nice, dirty 20. So you, even though the pain is borderline unbearable, it is rising and rising inside your body, to the point where you're almost on the verge of passing out. You manage to fight through it, and you find that tether. You grab it, you hold on to it. This is different. We don't need the others to help in this particular instance. This is all you, Zadriel. You have to bring Skathis back from the verge of wherever he is. Yours and Skathis' relationship isn't the greatest, but whatever you say or do at this point hinges on his ability to return.
Skathis, I know I haven't been nice to you, but I need you right now. I need you to come back. We all need you. Come and talk to us. It's probably not the right words. Please. I promise I will protect you from now on.
Skathis, your eyes flutter open. Sit up, you look around. You also find yourself a void of black. No sound. Suddenly, this is quite comforting for you. It's nothingness. As you sort of turn and look around to sort of try and get a gauge of where you might be, you get a flash of a hilltop in the distance. A walled community. One that's familiar to you. Another flash. That same hilltop community. This time it's in flames. Smoke billowing from the buildings. Flames can be seen licking across the top of the walls and through the orchards. See people running. See yourself fleeing from them. And then it's blackness again. Quiet. Nothing. You then get images of different events in your lifetime where you had tried to help and it had gone bad, got hurt. Blackness again. Silence. Off in the distance, here in your native tongue of Infernal, here's Zadriel asking you to. I need you, Jesus, roll a d20. Or Scathus. All those years you've been alone, wandering the land, attempting to help people, being spurned at every moment, shunned because of the color of your skin, the shape of your tail, horns, your teeth, your eyes, all the things that set you apart from everybody else. They play on your mind quite heavily. It's peaceful here. Decision's yours, Gathis, which you wish to return, wish to stay.
I'll return.
You kneel, you focus. Sit in the silence for a little while longer, because it is comfortable. It's comforting. Silence. You've always enjoyed the silence. You enjoy your own company. It seems you may have made a friend or two. People that rely on you. People that even respect you, respect your decisions, even if somewhat foolish. Stand, and you turn towards the voice. You start to walk. Zadriel, as you have your hands on Scathus' body, that pain still prevalent, heart still pounding in your ears, your eyes are closed, that black ichor still running down your face. You don't even realize that your wings are out, but the rest of you see her wings now emanate this darkened aura. Very sulfuric smell fills the room. Scathus, your eyes flicker open. What you see is not Zadriel hovering above you, but you see a demonic form that you probably know, you've probably seen in your dreams, you may have read about, but the form of Asmodeus, your blood father, where your blood comes from, and he's grinning at you and just says, "Welcome back." And as your eyes focus again, you now see Zadriel, blackened aura, blackened wings, darkened, thick blood running down her face. Zadriel, at this point, Scathus, you start to sit up. You're in pain.
Hang on. So she's holding my hands?
She's got her hands on your body, on your chest and stomach.
Okay.
But as you go to sit up, her hands snap back. You sit up in absolute agony and pain as you take that first breath of life. Zadriel, your eyes snap open. Your back arches as you cry out And this cry is guttural, it is deep and almost demonic to the sound, to everyone else in this room. And your wings remain out, black, emitting this dark aura. You stand slowly, absolutely exhausted. And you turn, as you turn and face the others, collapse on the floor. Unconscious once again, but not at 0 hit points. Just pass out, unconscious. Your wings slowly fold in and dissipate. Zadriel is unconscious on the floor. That black ichor still flowing from her eyes and starting to pull about her head. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session, ladies and gentlemen. We will come back to that next week. What we will do, what I will do after the session, and I will DM everybody in the Discord, is everybody's going to receive a dark gift because you all died, or at least became unconscious once again. So I will roll on the table of the dark gifts, and you will all each receive yet another dark gift. I will DM those to you in the Discord, so make note of those when we can, and we'll definitely pick up there next week. Some more than I'm going to go over the footage. There will be a couple of you that will receive more than one. I believe Adok went down twice. And I think Zadriel went down twice as well. I will double check the VOD, definitely. We'll go back to our start page here. Thank you very much, chat, for hanging out with us for this interesting episode this evening. I did not expect that to happen. I did not expect these 3 flaming skulls to kill you guys. I really didn't. But it was fun. I enjoyed it immensely. I hope the chat enjoyed it. I hope the players, you enjoyed the session. It was a little bit of more of an intense one than usual.
Well, fuck.
Definitely not something that I had planned. I did not plan the resurrection the way I did it. It just sort of, that's how it came out and how I decided to play it. But yeah, so we'll go round our players down and get some moments. Chat, if you got some moments, at me in the chat and we will read them out as per usual. But we'll start with Mr. Carnos, as you were the first to be resurrected. Carnos, a moment from tonight's session from you, please.
Man, I got a few. I'll try and stick to my 2 favorites because I know everyone else will want some as well. Zadriel to Deed Scathus, come back and talk to us. That's probably not the right words. Yeah, and then the DM. Oh man, there's so many. Yeah, the DMs. Sean Evil, you said, tell us, what do you do or say to Carlos? Yeah. And then you sort of went, well, not do to.
We're doing things to a dead body's kind of wrong. I mean,
yeah. I got a bundle of others that I'll leave them for the other guys. You know, everyone had a moment in my list tonight.
No worries. We can jump back to it. Scathus.
Just the whole battle, that was intense.
Who would think something so small with so many few hit points could do so much damage?
I forgot about the flame aura that they had. So, oops.
That's one that could get you. And yeah, just remember, just as a point of reference for players for any D&D campaign too, don't take it for granted that your DM is going to use creatures directly out of the Beast Manual or the Monster Manual. All my creatures, though most of them are from the Monster Manual, have been adjusted for do things that they wouldn't do if you're reading directly from a stat block. Bear that in mind. And Dr. Black, the new Dragonborn in the party.
I thoroughly enjoyed. I really enjoy when the DM is explaining the whole tether system, and it's really just scripted. And I really get into just how you're trying to coax a soul back to a deceased body. So that's the shining lights, and then interactions between just Zadriel becoming this literal. I kind of got this cool Grim Reaper version of her. Like, she used to be like this holy thing. Now it's becoming this kind of dark, edgy Grim Reaper person, and I'm digging with it. It's cool, scary, but cool.
There's 2 reasons for it, and I'll give those reasons. Double step.
All right. Going down kind of sucked, especially since after the fact I realized I was hasted, so I get advantage on deck saves. And I went,
we got to remember that.
and I went, screw it. I've already said I've gone down. It's too much to revert that back.
DM's
yeah,
inspiration to you that for finding it that way, because a lot of people would jump back.
Yeah, no, I said no. I didn't remember it at the point. That's it. You know, my bad. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, this is going to be a fun one, and then we all fucking die, and it's like, well, shit. Okay. I thought Strahd was going to do it, but fair enough. Proof that you can die anytime in any campaign.
Exactly.
But yeah, so yeah, actually really well played too for the DM, playing the monsters to actually kill us pretty much. You don't.
Yeah, based on intelligence too.
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing to go. Yeah, okay, the guys can kill us too. You know, we're not immortal, but
I didn't expect two of you to die. I expected maybe one, but yeah, the death saves, man, like was failures on the first death save from almost everybody, and succeeded on at one.
Yeah.
No, I only had one death save to roll.
I know, because you had fireball.
Yeah, because he got walked over twice.
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
yeah. So to
But that's the thing. Like as soon as he, like Fibble got up, it's like, okay, I see Zadriel's down, so she's going to be first because she's my best friend. Karnos is down.
I think everyone played it very, very well.
Yeah, so, and then it'll just be that leapfrog of, okay, get Zadriel up, get Karnos up.
One thing I'll say is I commend Fibble for doing, like, even though you probably realised that they were probably already dead, still casting Spear of the Dying on Karnos and Skaith's head. That's probably...
Well, I didn't know.
Well,
that's the thing.
That's good then,
I didn't
because
know
I
if
wasn't
they
sure
were
whether
dead or
you
not.
would have picked it up on it or not. But
Well,
even if you had...
I was hoping?
Yeah,
I was
even if
hoping
you
they were
had...
alive.
Casting those spells in those sort of moments when you know that's probably what your character would do is
that or walk up and kick him in the ribs and go, come on, get the fuck up. Yeah.
Right, Zadriel. Zadriel the Dark One.
I lost my shit when Ada comes up with the "don't pay the ferryman" bullshit that he did. I was dying. I couldn't hold it in. That was so funny. And then, Fibble seeing a dragonborn there, I'm saying, I'll deal with this later. It's interesting how we all react to this new character that's not new. So,
I mean, it's been heavily talked about that he has the ability to come back. So, highly, probably all of you would understanding to realize that Haddock obviously died too. Back. So, but anything else? So for me, I would have to say, I think Haddock once again playing his new character definitely interesting. Don't pay the ferryman moment was definitely a standout moment. I think we all lost our shit. But again, I think just Karnos and Skaithis, just the way you played your death moments in. Basically, it wouldn't have mattered what you rolled as a d20. The roll was to roll or not. Voice was always. But I kind of expected you would maybe come back. I thought Skaithis might decide to stay in the Solitude Islands. But happens.
It was more the visual input of all the things that have gone wrong.
That was there on purpose. But yeah, so the whole Zadriel thing, Zadriel's new description is partly because of, well, obviously, have seeped through, but obviously Dark Gift has effect as well. So you will obviously get a new Dark Gift, but in addition to your current Dark Gift, because of what you've just done, that and just. But yeah, so well done, team. Another great session from everybody. Well played. Drax says, I loved it. I was falling asleep. Then Fibble said he was down too, and I was wide awake. Yanti's blood tears. Cam's face when getting rezzed at Addoc the Black. Magic the Gamer like father, like daughter. And the moment when everyone rolling death saves. Yeah, well, that was kind of because everyone was rolling. It was like, oh my god, we're all going to die. I honestly didn't know that anyone was going to make it, and was just so happened that Addoc, one of the first to die, and was able to be resurrected. So well done, Addoc, with the use of the Cone of Cold, which essentially saved pretty much everyone. I'm incoming with Raid of 7 right at the very end. Welcome, Raiders, but we are just about to finish. We've had a very interesting session indeed this evening. We will pass that raid on, however. We will keep it going so that raid isn't lost. But we will be back next week to do some more Curse of Strahd. We'll pick up where we left off tonight. We'll also be back on Sunday with Kanos, aka Baz, as our storyteller for Vampire the Masquerade. Definitely come and see us then. I will be back Friday morning, doing some Icarus. I was gifted Icarus this week. So I'm going to do my first look at Icarus on Friday morning, 11 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time. Come and hang out with me if you can. If you can't, no drama. See you when we see you. But we will definitely raid here tonight. Raid panel. Once again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And thank you, players, for helping me story. We thought it kind of almost came to an end tonight, but not.
I was expecting it.
I was. It was definitely possibly like, oh my god.
I literally thought we were all fucked because we're all down. It's like, no, that's it. We're all screwed. Oh, Fibble was fun to play.
Fibble's down. We're all dead. It's like, well, Fat Lady hasn't sunk quite just yet, so we'll get there. We're gonna raid Lost Archives, guys. We're gonna carry it on to a D&D channel. So we've raided these guys before. We'll raid them again. So slow. Poor old streaming PC is dying. Start that raid. That goes through. Alright guys, we will see you when we see you. If not before Friday, we'll see you Sunday night for some VTM.